And that's why we have to keep gathering knowledge. That's why we have to keep going to class over and over and over again. Because as our understanding deepens, we begin to see new ways. How many of you have ever been in a situation where it looked like there was no way out? There's nothing that can be done about this, and yet we gain more understanding about who we are, our relationship to the whole, and we begin to see the light. We begin to see the way. And every time I hear what he's saying about looking at a wrong condition and recognizing that it can be changed with greater information, with more information. I remember that movie, The Hurricane. How many of you saw the movie, The Hurricane? It was a wonderful movie where this person, is a true story about Reuben Hurricane Carter, who spent 19 years in prison for a murder that he didn't commit. And there came a point in his life where he realized that he was entitled to a new trial and to get out of prison. He was entitled. And there was a line in the movie that sticks with me. I mean, I hear it so often. Because he said to this little boy who wanted him to come out so badly, he said to this boy, he said, "I'm coming out." He said, "Hate got me into this situation, but love is going to bust me out." See, he understood the power of a spiritual thought force over apparent material resistance, didn't he? He recognized that a higher thought could change any experience. If we believe it. If we believe it. So that's where our work comes in, to keep gathering information, to keep gathering information. The Bible says, with all thy getting, get understanding. So we have to begin to recognize what it means to really understand what it means to be an individualization of God. We have to begin to understand the principles that we're working with, not just announce them. That's what Ernest Holmes is saying. We have to understand them. How do they work? What do we know is true as a result of knowing this? What conclusions can we draw as a result of understanding this principle? See, right now, as I understand this principle, I realize that my personal health is a mirror image of the way that I'm interpreting my relationship with the immutable quality of perfect health and wholeness. That's what my personal health is. It's a mirror image. My financial situation is a mirror image of the way that I'm interpreting my relationship with infinite prosperity. A mirror image. The law is just saying, here's a picture, Dar. Let me show you what it looks like. My happiness is a mirror image of the way that I'm interpreting my relationship with unbridled joy. Now, I feel pretty happy most of the time, but do I feel like I'm immersed in unbridled joy? See, we want to really recognize what these qualities are, the original qualities that Ernest Holmes is talking about. So I'm going to break it down one more time because I want to make sure that you hear this, and we all hear this morning because it's for me too. My life right now is a mirror image of what I understand when I hear that all the health, all the prosperity, all the joy, all the freedom that is God belongs to me right now. This is my interpretation of it. This is your interpretation of it this morning. See, and if we don't like the interpretation, we can change it with a new idea. See, the downer to all this is that we're never going to demonstrate beyond our understanding. That's the downer. Because many of us would really like to demonstrate things that we don't understand. We'd really like to demonstrate things that we don't identify with. But Dr. Holmes is telling us throughout this textbook, that's not the way it works. And that's not how to use it. He says, because, and this is so powerful, hear these words. He says, life always becomes to us the particular thing we need when we believe that it becomes to us that particular thing. The universe is a friendly place. The universe is love. The universe is waiting for our next idea. So what can you believe? What can we accept for ourselves? See, the good news is what happens when we expand our understanding. That's the good news. And that's why these words of Ernest Holmes are just blowing my mind now, because my understanding is expanding and expanding and expanding, and I'm going, whoa. It means that there are just certain things that just don't have to be here. There are just certain things that just don't have to happen. There is suffering that need not be. And in Greg Braden's book, The Spontaneous Healing of Belief, he talks about a point where we can believe so deeply, where we completely eradicate disease, completely. Why not? Why not? But we have to break the bonds of apparent necessity. We have to break our agreement with these things. So he's saying that we should be able to look at disease in the face, look at lack and limitation in the face, look at loneliness in the face, and deny its reality. Deny that it has the ability to stand on its own without my belief supporting it. So it comes down to really understanding